Jeremiah's Place is Pittsburgh's only crisis nursery, providing a safe haven for children as their families face different emergencies and challenges. I'm here now with the Executive Director, Tammy Aupperle. Thank you so much for coming in today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
So tell us what a crisis nursery is.
A crisis nursery, we provide free care for families and children, for children 0 to 6. Everything is free, but a family, you never know what you're going to be facing, but we provide that safe alternative for a family.
So what kind of emergencies are we talking about that they might be able to turn to you for?
It can be anything from our 3 top reasons for care happen to be respite care, that moms and caregivers need to have good mental health.
Right.
Medical appointments and medical emergencies. So pre-COVID, you used to be able to take your child to the doctor with you, and you can't do that any longer.
Right.
And if you don't have that support system, you don't have anywhere to turn to.
Right.
And the other big reason that has grown dramatically for us is workforce development. So people getting jobs, job interviews, and then getting a job and having nowhere to turn to because the child care crisis is horrible.
It's horrible. And you know what? There are so many people who can't afford to have a babysitter just pop over. And like you mentioned, if you don't have that support, what do you do?
Right. And I think COVID has had so many people sheltering in place, and they've not really created those networks any longer. So we're there for those families. But we also have the traditional crises of homelessness, domestic violence, court appointments, those types of situations as well.
So how long can families rely on the crisis nursery and the child care?
Sure, we see children for a few hours up to 7 days. We're 24/7.
Wow. So if there really is something like you had surgery that you didn't anticipate and you needed this, you can rely on it.
Absolutely. We also have a lot of families that we see labor and deliveries. A mom is going in to have her baby, and
who's going to
watch the other children?
Okay, so an emergency is an emergency, and you're thinking, oh gosh, what do I do now? Do you just pick up the phone and call, or how does the service work?
Well, if it's a true emergency, yes, you can do that. But we also encourage families to call and register with us and do a simple intake, which can be done as quickly as 20 minutes. But once you're in the system, then you can register for care.
I can't tell you, my mom, when we were growing up, single mom, she didn't have that support system that she needed. And had she known this service existed, had it existed when we were younger, my goodness.
I know.
What a help.
I know, it's amazing. I often say a crisis is a crisis, but it's very personal, and when you're going through it, it's real, but we're here to help. We were founded in 2014 by 2 physicians and a child advocacy woman, and they just did a survey and realized there was nothing like this. Unfortunately, the survey indicated that 1 in 9 children were being left in unsafe circumstances.
Because the parents just had to go and they left. Yeah,
right.
Wow. Can you talk a little bit about the impact that you had on families last year?
Yeah, for sure. Last year we reached 258 unique children from 179 families. That totaled 9,700 hours of care, which is, oh, I know, that's some of our children that we reach each year. So some children we see one time and never again. There are some children that come on maybe an occasional basis, but it's very rewarding work.
I'm so glad that you can share that. And just very quickly, you guys have some classes too, some ways to help parents in that regard.
So we have do a lot of things with children, but we also have family programming. So we do parenting classes. We also do financial literacy, any types of programs the parents are asking for.
Well, thank you so much for coming on and talking about your wonderful services, how many people you're helping. We're going to have more on our website. Just go to kdka.com/talkpittsburgh. We'll be right back.